Brothers and sisters, what's going on? We're going to dive into a little bit of politics for a few minutes. We're going to dive into a little bit of politics for a few minutes, and then we're just going to, let's just go into this here. Remember when Donald Trump was president last time of this corporation called the United States of America and this banking system called America? And he was the president of this whole banking corporation system. And remember, we talked about him, how he is so feared by these reptilians. He is feared by these reptilians, these white people. He executed a lot of reptilians for all kinds of crimes that they did. There's others of those reptilians that are hiding underground right now. They're still trying to run the system underground. Trump is president again. He's president because of the Arcturian Council. The Arcturian Council. I want you to understand this. In the Bible, from whatever universe planet they came from, the Arcturians are the judges. You talk about the book of Judges of all, you talk about the book of Arcturus. You got to know that these African people are Shatarian reptilians. They're Shatari reptilians, just like these whites are reptilians as well, different forms of reptilians, insectoids as well. And they're very fearful of Trump because he is a judge. He is literally a judge. These reptilian beings. He's insectoids and the Nacals and the Nordics. He's here to judge them. There's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be happening on this planet, on our realm. Reptilians all around, not being judged. This is why they're feared. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to put him in jail. They wanted to try to say, oh, you can't, I don't have to follow your rules. I'm your judge. I'm your saying. I don't have to follow any of your rules. I don't have to go by anything you set in place because I'm your judge. And judgment is coming. All right, judgment is coming upon them. Now I want you to remember, Donald Trump is a Pleiadian. Arcturians are the Donald Trump is a Pleiadian. Arcturians are the judge of the reptilians and these other species of beings. Though the Arcturians are the judges, they are not friends with the Atlanteans. All right? They're not friends with the Atlanteans. They're not our friends. And Mr. Trump made that known when he is first running for what you call the presidential election, because he was going to make that presidential election because the Arcturian Council put him on the first time. Now they put him on the second time. First time he judged, they did a lot of executions, whatever, of these reptilian beings. Thousands and thousands of fucking dignitaries were executed. The Arcturian Council. He's a spokesperson for the Arcturian Council. He can't do anything to them. They can't do anything to them. He's a judge. He's a judge of his own species. So now he's moving to set things in place. As he's like, it's time for us to go. It's time for us to get off this planet. It's time for us to give these people our land back. But will it be given back willingly without a war? There's a spiritual war that's going on right now. That's why so many of these reptilians are hiding underground. They knew it was coming. I ain't gonna lie. They knew it was coming. They knew all of this was getting ready to fold over and everything falling in place. They knew this. That's why Trump had, they said the Trump administration was questioning the idea of these so-called Native Americans being indigenous to the land. And Trump questioned that because they said, hey, in the early 1900s, Congress gave you citizenship. And the Trump administration's like, hey, you don't belong to this land. So I posted an article. I looked at an article. I'll explain the information so you can read the article. The head of the Native American Council says, well, if we don't belong here, then where are we supposed to go? Well, let me tell you where you go. You go back to Africa, because that's where you were created. The Africa, what you call the Moors, Hebrew Israelites, they created you, Native American, so-called. That's why the Hebrew Israelites, the Mexicans, the children of Gat, the children of this, and the majority of them are what? What you are majority.
To come and get me for her. Like, that's just the thing that women do. You know
And
what I mean?
he says, you're not indigenous to this land, and you got to go back where you come from. Where you come from. They came from Africa. They're created laboratories in Central Africa by the Moors, which are known as the Africans. You know, you can't get past history. It's just all true. You can't get past history. So, we're in a completely different time and era now. Timelines are changing. Timelines are moving. Everything is literally moving. So, Trump is the judge that is going to be judging the reptilians and their creation. You got to understand this. Everybody saw Trump in entertainment. Trump. I said, use this. The orange guys. He's part Arcturian because Arcturians are orange or either blue. That's what Arcturians are. I don't think you want to think Trump is on our side, but because he's not, but because of the George Floyd riots, but he's a judge of his own species. He's an Arcturian. Arcturians are not reptilians, but they come in the form of the more energy species, what they call whites, or the Arcturians. And they're coming to set things straight. Arcturians and the insectoids and the Arcturians and the Nordics, the Arcturians and the Nacals, they have always been warring. These reptilian beings have always warred against the judges of their kind. You understand? And when you say judgment, you say that the 2025 is the year of total annihilation. You gotta understand, everything is changing, everything is shifting, and everything is literally shifting into a different faction of power. So that's what I say. That's when I get in a little bit of politics. Donald Trump is ready to set the record straight. That's why he said he's talking about Canada. Oh, Canada's going to become one state. This right here. Why do you think they want to do that? Why do you think they're moving into that? Everybody said, oh, they threw out the news. The cat is going to turn off everybody's electricity and da 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 da. Let me tell you something. Since this land was divided by these reptilians, these white people, to make Canada and what you call America one state, brings back Atlantis. And it's going to happen. To make Canada and United States one state, what is that? That is Atlantis. So you got to see deeper than what the fuck is going on. All these pale-faced individuals run around here trying to be us, want to hang with us. These are reptilian beings. Nacals, Nordics, insectoids, Arcturians. And they knew this day was coming, so they were like, at one point they wanted to try to kill us off and enslave us. They couldn't realize they couldn't enslave us and kill us off because nature kept birthing us. That's why the goal of the war is they lost. Because nature was birthing us by the millions. That wound that sits above ground that calls Flesh Pick, Texas. We are coming out that womb in the millions. And nature was creating us. Nature was birthing us. And we're coming out at war. And they could not. That's why they lost that war. Now, if we were to start another war, nature would come and birth more. That's why it's important for us to be in tune with our planet and the nature, with cosmos. Because you got to understand, this is bigger than what you know. All right? Yeah, so you all understand this. So the combined Canada and the U.S. is bringing back Atlantis. And as a judge, he's here to right the wrong. That Canadian bridge that you see, you know how old that bridge is? All that stuff was founded. They say it was founded, I mean, it was already here. Founded by the British, it was founded. It was already here.
I like that. Today's the 25th, I believe. Cool.
And there's so much shit that's already here. And then what does know about it? The Arcturian, which is the Arcturian Council. All right? The Council of Judges. What are they doing? They're judging the reptilian species and the other alien species here in our realm. And they say we got to set everything straight because y'all fucked things up. And we're talking about all of them. Why do you think they're so scared of Donald Trump? Why do you think they're so scared of them? Think about it. They're extremely scared of them. He's a judge. He was sat in place. Just like he was president last time. All those dignitaries, what you call dignitaries, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Bush, all of them. All those people, Dick Cheney, all those reptilian beings, they were all executed under his order because they were supposed to be. Those people you see now walking around are clones. And the letters went out, remember when they had that George Bush Sr. funeral? And everyone was getting those letters. That was Trump sending all those letters saying, hey, your ass about to get executed. You got nowhere to go. You can try to hide. We're going to find your ass. We're going to execute your ass. Now, things are being set in place. The whole point of reestablishing Atlantis. The whole point of understanding who we are, just like we said, hey, these people they call Native Americans, you don't belong here. You're in a foreign land. Like I said, I've seen articles. This head of the Native American Council, he's so clear, where are we supposed to go? If we're not supposed to be here, where are we supposed to go? You go back to Africa, where you created, Central Africa. They were created in Central Africa in laboratories. Yes. And they were created as weapons. All your Mexicans, all your white people, that's what you call the children of Israel. That's who they are. That's who they are. You understand this? So when they say the Native Americans and these people from Mexico and these people from the children of this, the children that, brothers run around here not knowing that you're up here upholding the very enemy who came to fight against us to take our land, and you want to say you're a Hebrew Israelite, which is a Moor, which is an enemy to this very land? Shame on you, brothers and sisters, you fellow African Americans, so-called. Because shame on you, fellow African Americans. There's separate judgment that's calling all y'all that's calling yourself Hebrew Israelites, who all are claiming the Christianity religion, the Muslim religion, the Native Islam, all that. There's a separate judgment that's coming from nature, from y'all. All right? See all this information out here, but y'all steady want to run around. There's a separate judgment from nature that's coming from y'all. These beings, these alien beings in our realm, are conducting their own judgment all over this realm. Tartaria, which was destroyed by the Moors, the Africans. Think these Shatari reptilians are not going to get punished? Yes, they are. The children of Amun-Ra. Yes, they are. And we have established that Amun-Ra, it was not Kemetic. Amun-Ra was a Moor. We've already established that. Y'all gotta understand what the fuck is going on. This is deeper than what you can imagine. Judgment is beginning this year. And Trump, he says, hey, when you see all those, the Biden administration, and they'd say, oh yeah, all y'all Mongolians can come on, Mexicans can come on another way you want you. Trump says, no, we're going to send them all back where they came from. There's something bigger that's going to be going on. So you got to remember, he's talking about combining Mexico and the U.S. and Canada. In the U.S., what is he doing? Some of you guys are sleeping on this. He's reestablishing Atlantis, Turtle Island. We roam these lands. So many of our brothers and sisters are locked in prisons, locked away, minds fried, souls captured. They can't get past those walls as they literally live their days out. Shut up, Jake. And behind these bars and these walls, as we live our days behind the walls of buildings where they want us to sit in and work and work and work and work and work so that they can sit back and be lavish. Well, they sit back and enjoy the whatever and steal our energy, because they're nothing but fucking energy vampires. They're nothing but energy vampires. Y'all understand judgment is here. Alright, judgment is here. And these beings are extremely scared because the council of the Arcturian Council, the Council of Arcturus, is getting ready to set forth judgment. And they're going to be reading out everything that they're going to be doing. That's why when it came to Canada, the Canadian leaders, we'll do this, because he's a reptilian as well. And what the Arcturian says, the Arcturian Council says, you're not going to do such. You're not going to do anything. You're going to obey every order that you tell you to do, because we are your judges. Anyone that wants to stand against your judges, the judges will die. Though the Canadian leader, you can sit up. If you're watching this, you can stand up. Say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You will be executed by Mr. Trump, by all the so-called leaders that are executed. Thousands of these so-called dignitaries that you don't hear anything about. You don't hear anything about Hill or Hillary anymore. You don't think every now and then you might see Obama and Michael's clone walking around him because they want to make you think that they're still alive, but but every now and then you might see Obama and Michael's clone walking around there because they want you to think that they're still alive, but they're long gone dead, because they were I don't know what they were. But Donald Trump was changing their things. This Arcturian Donald Trump was changing a lot of things. You all keep your eyes open. 2025 is the year of total annihilation. Things are taking place, and a lot of things are going to be taking place. Brothers and sisters are going to be getting tuned, getting lines, start creating different alignments so you can be able to shift in this energy. We're going to take Atlantis back. We're going to take Atlantis back without a back. We're going to take it without a doubt. I want to share that with y'all. I just want to dive into a little bit of politics.
Okay. Ooh,
We are all
ooh. Oh
we,
no! I broke my legs.
those individuals that he has in which is called cabinet. Those are all Pleiadians and Arcturians. Everyone is an Arcturian
Is that a place to go?
in his council. Almost every one of them, according to certain things that they can't do. But as an Arcturian, he's making a lot of changes. That's why Congress is so scared of what is Congress. Congress is that reptilian. It's all reptilian, and they're extremely scared of the Arcturians. There's the Arcturian administration that's taken over. And that's why they say Trump was last president. We thought it was the last time we was elected. This time right here, because this time, the first time he was brought in, he did his 4 years, but he had literally destroyed bloodlines. He destroyed whole bloodlines. Who you think took down Queen Elizabeth? The Arcturians that got King Charles over there now. He's sick. Who said he's not dead yet? The Arcturians are taking them all out. Why? They're on land, they're on stolen land that they don't belong to. They came here and just set shop. They just set up shop. We're taking over and do this and do this and do this. We're going to take the original people and we're going to make this, do this, 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 this. That's how they operate. Understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all understand what's going on? The Council of Arcturians is judging the reptilians, the Nacals, the Nordics, the insectoids, all these beings. They're judging them all. There's going to be brothers and sisters who literally, they're going to change so much. He didn't put his hand on the Bible. Why didn't he put his hand on the Bible? Because the Bible does not reflect anything in the level of power. This is the history of the Moors. I wouldn't put my hand on that book neither. Who you're swearing by who? You put a hand on the Bible, he would have been swearing by an Amun Ra. When you say amen all the time, Amun Ra, that's mean he's been swearing by Amun Ra. I'm not swearing by Amun Ra. I came here to do the thing what I got to do. Put that Bible in your hand all you want to. We're going to put judgment on all these alien beings. Brothers and sisters, I want you to remember this right here. Trump is not our friend, but he is here to do a job. How is he working? You got to remember the Supreme Cosmic Council is literally working in the shadow. You got a shadow government working in the government. You got a government working in that government. Supreme Cosmic Council, the High Cosmic Council. You got the Council of Atlantis. Yes, the Council of Atlantis is working, and they're deep underground. They're in the underground. That's why they had to escape this realm here and to go to another realm, where they will be safe. See, everything is moving in place. But yes, Trump says, hey, I'm going to combine Mexico with the U.S., and I'm going to combine Canada with the U.S. What does that note? That denotes the return of Atlantis. And we so-called African Americans, there's no African in us, there's no American in us. We are the Anunnaki, also known as the Atlanteans of Atlantis, the children of Mu. Yes, we will reestablish when I get our land, all right? Catch you guys later. Just want to drop that note to you all. Much power to you all.